Congressman Adam Clayton Powell is one of the nation's most sought-after speakers. Behind the dramatic rhetoric which attracts the crowds is a 35-year performance as a civil rights activist. Congressman Powell has personally desegregated restaurants and theaters throughout the nation's capital, just by being there.
Black power is merely an attempt of equality of dignity, an equality of character, an equality of recognition by non-blacks of our negritude. Black power means the saving grace of our United States. The United States no longer is an isolated nation. We're living in a world in which the United States and all of Anglo-Saxon society is in a definite minority. The votes of the black and brown people in the United Nations could turn the United States foreign program upside down in one day. You're in a minority. The soul brothers and the soul sisters, they're in the majority, baby. We're in the majority, and we want you to get in with us before it's too late. Before it's too late. The United States of America is being judged by one unknown, isolated black man or black woman who was senselessly beat to death on the streets of the United States. This is not a great society. This is a sick society. Wherever I've gone, I've had leaders all over the world say, how can you, meaning the United States, expect us to follow you into creating a free world when back in the United States you are clubbing black men and women to death and shooting them down? How can you expect us to do that?
Congressman Powell.
So I had to open up with another Adam Clayton Powell. And I say another. I got on here about 6 o'clock this morning, and I had a really good discussion with a brother, Jeffrey Giggles. And then we had someone else come on named Jeff, and we ain't gonna really give him too much airtime. So if you didn't see the clip, feel free to go back and listen to the clip. It was quite engaging. Hell, most of my content is engaging. I ain't gonna, sell myself short. Just because motherfuckers ain't picking it up, that's on them. And I'm officially past the 2.5 minute deadline. They say give it about extra 30 seconds, but you got to get past 2 minutes before you really start going off. They starting to shut people down on their platform. So make sure if you're doing content creating out here, make sure you're getting past that 2 minute buffer before you really start going in, because they'll cut your stream off. They'll cut your stream off. They'll sketch it up. If you're on multiple platforms, you might not be seen on all the platforms. So make sure you're doing everything that you need to do to protect your content and make sure that, you are seen if you're doing video specifically, or you're heard and seen, whether, you're doing audio and video. What's up, Free? I appreciate you checking in the Sunday service. We did have an early morning service. Most of y'all was still asleep, and that's okay. But we had somebody from Kansas check in. That brother checked in early, and we stayed with it. And we had somebody from he was from another planet, we gonna say, because he came in with some, some out of space shit, and really he was out of pocket. But it is what it is. But I wanted to get on here today because I felt like I need to bring some things out, and I've had a couple requests, to talk about the agenda of the LGBTQIAAP. And I've stayed away from it for a multitude of reasons because, we know that to be legitimately a white supremacist organization. Now, although there are black people who consider themselves part of the QQIAP, they don't really understand the dynamics of it. So we let them find out and figure themselves out for themselves. One of the members who is a black male, and he is a part of the LGBTQQIAP, is Billy Porter. Billy is an actor. I believe Billy sings too. Billy's gay. I think everybody knows that at this point. And Billy's been quite controversial over his last several years and his climb to fame. I would have to say that he's at the apex of where he was before. So yeah, I wanted to speak on him and the hiding, because he hid it. He hid it for 14 years. Okay? He hid it for 14 years that he was HIV positive. Now, I know that they have all types of drugs and there's all types of things that you can do to where you can live a normal life with HIV nowadays. I get that. So I'm not going to discount any of that. But to be able to hide it and his willingness to hide it and keep people from knowing that he was infected with this disease. And I've never gone back. I know it used to be all really weird, like how you could get it. I don't know the real ways you can get anything nowadays. But I think the last time really people were digging in on this was it had to come through sexual activity, which I have a hard time believing. I have to believe that it can come through transmission of fluids, which could be perspiration, which could be all types of different things, but they say what they say. Either way, Billy has kept his secret for 14 years, working the Hollywood scene. And if I come off a little slow right now, it's because I'm going to actually share this thread in just to my local pages. Boy, I swear we can put up some silly shit, can't we? Black folks can. We can. Kept his slow right now. It's because I'm going to actually. We can put up some silly shit. When we want to. So actually, I'm going to do it to my top 10 people who actually put me on, and I appreciate them. So we're going to go there. Actually, one of the Ipsy pages, two of the Ipsy pages are two of my top 10. Ann Arbor, you need to come up a little bit. You're not in my top 10. Appreciate Brother Ali. I believe Ali's the moderator of Be the Power. Appreciate Brother Ali throwing me on Be the Power. I try not to hit everybody all at once sometimes because they'll say I'm spamming. And I don't eat spam, nor do I spam people. There's Ann Arbor politics. Y'all down at about 16, 17. Y'all need to get it up. Hey, a hometown guy can't get in the top 10. I know when you put my stuff up and I know how you put it up. And if you don't put it up quick enough, you fall out. And where's that other Ipsy page? That other Ipsy page has a lot of trolls on it. So we definitely want to click them in. So yeah, there we go. So I got a few. And we may have a few more live viewers and listeners as we go free. So if anybody checks in here, please be mindful of that. And if I'm not engaging with them, just make sure they understand that I'm with it. But I really wanted to talk about this whole thing with Billy Porter because I find it to be a problem that the man was able to keep HIV. It's buffering again, huh? Since I got a great signal going and I'm sitting in the open, but yeah, I don't know how it was earlier. I didn't actually listen to the playback. I should have, because what I got going earlier, I should have listened back to that discussion. It was a good discussion. Who else is in here? What's happening, Ro? But he held on to his secret. And I don't believe it was his secret to hold on to, because I put Billy Porter on the same level of Irvin Johnson. And when Irvin Johnson got HIV, they made Irvin Johnson come forward and have a press conference. And it eventually ended Irvin Johnson's career, even though they said you could not catch it by playing sports. Now, at that time, that was 91, and they said you couldn't catch it playing sports. We're 2021. So if you couldn't catch it while he was acting, or he couldn't catch it when he's playing sports, how could anybody have caught it by Billy acting? And I have a problem with him being able to withhold that and have it work to his advantage because he is gay. See, Magic Johnson wasn't gay. And they knew Magic Johnson wasn't gay. And Magic had slayed many throughout his collegiate and professional career. I'm sure he did his thing in high school. But what they wanted to do was they wanted to break that brother and put him in a position where he had to come forward and confess his sins to America. Hopefully all of this is coming through. And it's clear. So I need to know if you're saying it's buffering, because I'm showing actually a great signal, all bars on apps. So if it's not coming through, there's an issue. Thank you. Because once you say it's buffering, I don't know anything else until you say it's not, because I'm not watching it. Frida just said Haps is super bad. So I don't know what Haps has going on. That's an issue. But let's get into something. Let's get into something and just mellow out. So Billy Porter holding on to his status of being HIV positive really meant he was trying to hold on to his status of comeuppance in Hollywood. I think he's sick. If you ask me, Rochelle, I think he's sick. I think he's sick in a couple ways because he held on to that secret, and I think he's sick now health-wise. And his health might be compromised in some way to where now he's confessing it. Because if he just dropped dead, he don't want to be a COVID death. He don't want to be a COVID death. So if he drops dead, he at least gonna drop dead because of the cause. And I have a problem with him dropping dead for the cause, because he done made his bag off the cause, hiding his cause. And I don't think he gets to die with dignity like that. I'm not hoping that he's sick, but I think he's sick. And I also think he's sick because he held that shit back. Because like I said, I don't know how you can catch it. Because I've never heard specifically that you can only catch it through the transmission of semen for men, and for women, it would be obviously not semen, but their bodily fluids. I just believe it can be transmitted through bodily fluids. And that could come through many a way. But I'm not here to get into the science of how you contract it. I'm here to get into the science of how he contracted it and held on to that secret and kept it from Hollywood, because Magic wasn't able to keep it away from the world How was he able to keep it away from Hollywood? Because Hollywood been ringing Billy's number for a while now. They've been ringing his number. And Billy now done tried to get a little bit Afrocentric, showing up with the red, black, and green flag dress. You know, it really didn't work for him. But he done tried to get a little bit. I'll let them have it now because they done took it. He got a little woke. And he wanted to talk about the plight and the plight and the plight and the plight. And I know he was talking about for the black man. Well, Billy really doesn't speak for the black man. Billy speaks for the gay man. And Billy speaks for white society. He speaks for white supremacy. Oh, you got to be a part of the wheel. You got to be a part of the wheel to be able to keep that secret. Can no single black man keep that secret unless he's a part of the wheel? And I absolutely believe he's a part of the wheel because I believe a part of the big wheel in Hollywood is LGBTQIAAP. Absolutely. I believe a part of the big Hollywood wheel is a part of the LGBTQIAAP simply because of all the marketing execs and all those people that put shit into play. They're all up there in the LGBTQIAP lane. What'd you say about Charlemagne? Charlemagne getting outed by Wendy Williams' ex-husband is also suspect. What do you mean outed? Charlemagne likes boys? What did I miss here? What's up with Charlemagne and Wendy's ex-husband? Charlemagne likes boys? Oh, bringing up the rape case. See, I don't know. I thought that was all. I thought that was all Kwame Brown bringing that up. I didn't know anything about Wendy's ex-husband. Got it. Yeah, I haven't heard anything from that side. I've only heard about Charlemagne's rape case through the Kwame Brown videos. So I try to stay as far away from Wendy Williams as I can. Her content is just so not where I'm at. And I think she's been a recruiter for the LGBTQIAP for a long time. But that possibly is so. He's got motion. He's Wendy Williams' ex-husband. He knows people. He could definitely put some shit in play. But Kwame's been pretty much getting credit for this one. And the fact that his accuser, his victim, was on the Star Report, that doesn't look good at all. Because I guess they can't do nothing about it. Can't go to court. So she can talk freely now. I think that's why Charlemagne's trying to get cease and desist orders. Because if the talk really, really comes out, he's going to start losing a little clout. He's going to lose some positions, And I don't want to see nobody lose any type of positions, especially on the executive level in media. But Charlemagne ain't doing the right things with his shit all the way through and through anyway. So, do I want to see him de-elevated? No. But he really needs to rethink some shit. But the fact that he did, see, was she 15? Was she 17? Because I heard 15. And that truly puts her in the lane of a pedophile. Of him being a pedophile. Oh, absolutely not. We don't do that. We don't do that. Yeah. We obviously gonna have to talk on the hello for that one. We can't put that in this thread. I've been hearing so much stuff lately. It's crazy out here. I mean, we got too many grown-ass men. Well, they're grown-ass males if the shit is true. Messing with underage girls. And I don't have no flex on it. You're not having sex with underage girls. You're raping underage girls. Let's get it clear. I hate when they get into talking about, yeah, man, I had a sexual relationship with an underage girl. No, you raped her. There's no such thing as having consensual sex with an underage girl. That's rape. Let's go. But yeah, there's a conversation there. Grown boys. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Yeah, I try to tell all these brothers, live your peace, man. Live your peace. If that's what you do, that's what you do, man. Own that shit. Be full-throated about it. No pun intended. But yes, Billy Porter has put Black America right up there again. We got to be the poster child to America's detriment. HIV and AIDS is a bad issue in America. They just downplay it all the time. But if it wasn't a real problem, we wouldn't have all these motherfucking commercials and ads and shit about medicine. See, if it was just black people getting AIDS and HIV, hey, look, research would have slowed up a long time ago. But there was a ton of white folks that got this shit when it was at its peak. And it kept getting it. And it wasn't just gay folks. But it wasn't black folks. It was a ton of white people. And they was getting it through all kinds of shit. I mean, you heard about a lot of black people getting HIV and AIDS through blood transfusion because we sick and we need operations and we need blood and we get AIDS. Now they clear a lot of that up. We don't really get it through that. But there was a ton of black people that was getting blood transfusion and getting AIDS and shit. And then all kinds of stuff starts about you. Oh, that mother got AIDS. Oh, man, he was kind of suspect. Like, you know what? Bitch, I just had hip surgery. But anyways. Appreciate your support once again. Anybody jumps in this half space, if you actually have half coins to spend, donations are definitely welcomed here. I don't put it out there the way I'm supposed to. I know that's one place I fail in my content creating is I don't ask. I don't ask the way I'm supposed to ask, And they say that's a big part of it. They say, you're not going to get the money unless you ask for the money. And I'm like, but I don't get on here to ask for the money. That's not why I do what I do. So, people don't like that I'm who I am. Maybe at the beginning of my video, it might piss him off a little bit, but maybe at the beginning of my video, I should just kind of talk over the Umar bed and just do my, welcome to donations and things like that. Maybe I should do that. Like right at the beginning, I should just Donations. Please donate to the channel. Support the channel. Donation. The Village Voice. Donation. The Black Watch. We're on Haps, YouTube, gifts. Facebook, Twitter, gifts. Periscope. Gifts. You get a link through IG. More gifts. Appreciate your support. Gifts. See? I can do that. And that's all I pretty much want to do. Because other than that, I really don't want to be like asking for a whole lot of stuff and hit me here and hit me there. I'm trying to get the content out. And if I'm doing something and saying something worthwhile, the way Haps has things set up, they believe we should be compensated for it. And I appreciate that. And you have to spend so much for us to be able to redeem for whatever anyway. It's not like we're sitting up here saying, man, I got to do this cash so I can get this car note paid. It's not like that. This is to build your platform, to build what you do and send it to other spaces. I know a lot of people, they live and die with YouTube. I get it. But see, I can't do lives with YouTube because I don't have enough subscribers. And I'm not going to sit out here and beg for subscribers. Subscribers going to come and they're going to go. I believe my subscribers have actually been, halted because of the content. Because I've heard they can do that. I heard they can basically, I mean, it doesn't matter to me at this point. But if you're going to halt people, why don't you just shut their whole page down? Just don't allow them to, maybe they just use you to play me. I pay for YouTube, so I guess they really don't want to cut me off, because then I'd cut my subscription off too, right? So maybe there's a reason. But I know that too many new people watch the YouTube channel and don't subscribe, but then they like the content or they keep coming back. So there's ways for them to halt your program, basically. But I'm not concerned with that part. What I'm most concerned with is, what the fuck did Billy Porter do, or who did he do to keep his secret of having HIV unknown for 14 years? 14 years. It's been a secret. Now, I don't know how long. I've never looked up his Wikipedia. Billy Porter. First thing comes up, Billy Porter, HIV. See, we're about to be the poster child for this shit. He tap danced like a motherfucker. Yeah, he tap danced all right in stilettos. So his career. I guess he did some albums starting back in '97. I ain't never heard none of this shit. Filmography started in '96. So he's been out here for about 25 years. And 14 of those 25 years, he's lived a lie. And been allowed to. Somebody told him along the way, so 14 years, you take 14 years back, 21 was 2007. So right around 2007, he said he did So You Think You Can Dance. He was a performer. Oh boy, he got it. He got it in 2007. He didn't do no movies in 2007. Did one in 2004. And then didn't do another movie till 2014. But he did So You Think You Can Dance in '07. Now, did he record any albums in '07? No albums in '07. No singles or albums in '07. See, so when he caught this shit, he wasn't real busy out in this bitch. Okay? Let's see what kind of concerts he did in '07. Nothing in '07. So let's just say 14 years ago, he did his little early shit, 96, 96, 97, 2000, 2000, 2004. No more films. Television, 98, 99, 2004. Nothing else. Then he got 2007, caught it. And then he whatever since then. But they put him on the stage for America to laud him as a black man. This is what they want people to think a black man is in America. I mean, there are black men that are gay. I get it. But Billy has been showcased to be, he's our Don out here. He's the one that's doing things out here. They don't try to put Billy on the same type of platform as a Denzel, as a Wesley. And he's not. I just did a HAPS update. So it wasn't me, it was you. Because I just did a HAPS update on the Apple thing a few days ago. Yeah. Let me see if they're saying I got to do another one. Nope. Update's good. Bet it up. So to get away with that for 14 years, like I said, there were some people that knew, some high ups, some people who basically could still put Billy in play, keep his secret tight, but under one condition. You go out here and represent Black America with your gayness. And he was all too thrilled to. See, Billy's one of those homosexuals that loves the spotlight. He wants the light right on him the right way so he can have his lip gloss popping and his motherfucking makeup hitting at the right space. Speaking of makeup, now I know why J-Lo left A-Rod with his moist ass. Damn. Damn, A-Rod. A-Rod trying to put makeup on motherfuckers. Okay. So yeah, if I was good the whole time, then you might have just had not hit that update. Because I had just hit it a couple days ago and I hadn't been having any problems. But then I kept hearing people say they were having problems. And then when I looked at the stream earlier yesterday, I was coming through. So it might be, yeah, they're continuously updating this thing, getting it better. Peace to the HAPS people as well for giving us a 10-second countdown versus the 5. That 5-second countdown, you don't be quite ready sometimes if you're moving. But the 10 seconds gives you an opportunity to really get set because the camera might not be hitting right. You move, camera might move. I do some of them rolling, the camera moves, and I know I haven't torqued it down. But if I'm sitting here, you know. So peace to giving that. Some broadcaster was like, look, man, we need a 10 count. That 5 count is too fast. It's like when you want to take a picture and shit, and you ain't got a photographer, so you got to set the camera up on the timer. By the time you run back and get in your position, that shit be taking the picture. So you got to get it to the 10 second. Yeah. That's what it is. Okay. He a little sunken in. Oh, who you talking about? Alex or Billy? Billy's a little sunken in now, currently. I see him as sunken in. You know, Billy didn't pick up no COVID weight. He looks like he lost a few pounds, if you ask me. Now, if you're talking about Alex, yeah, Alex has done filled in all his blemishes most recently. He ain't got a blemish on his face. His face is smooth like Gary Coleman. What you talking about, A-Rod? So, yeah, he's trying to put makeup on men. That's why J-Lo with Ben. Damn, A-Rod. And I'm really starting to think that there's something wrong with J-Lo. Because J-Lo can't keep a man. She can get a motherfucker. And now she got Ben back. So I think she got some good gussy. She got some good gussy. Because she brought Ben back. Ben done been with a couple chicks. Got married, got divorced. And then, you know, him and J-Lo back spending weekends. And they don't spend weekends like motherfuckers. You know, motherfuckers might run out to the, you know, extended stay, Holiday Inn suites. They don't do that. They go off and stay in a mountain and shit somewhere. When they go rent a whole resort, they don't want to be fucking around with nobody. They do it different. Halle can't keep a man either. Nope. But she can get him. She can get him. Hey, you got to get Gutsy, you gonna get him. But I think there's a little something going on up in there. And I don't know what it is. Neither one of them strike me as like egomaniacs, but they could have gotten to that point where like nothing is good enough. You got to understand, they've been at the top of the game. So they might be one of those women where nothing is good enough. And, you know, A-Rod, you know, he's got a fucked up situation because he played all that baseball, but he's kind of, you know, in that land of ambiguity now. I don't know if they're going to give him the Hall. Probably not. He's probably going to have a career under asterisks. You know, and if they said he uses steroids, and what if the steroids might have affected his equipment? You know? Big professional athlete, you use steroids. Did he have an adverse effect? You know, and J-Lo just wasn't really trying to be patient with that. Ben ain't never played no sports. You know, Ben ain't played no sports. He might have acted like an athlete, but he ain't no athlete. So all of Ben's parts might be still working. And if I was Alex, I'd have did more shit with the, you know, some erectile dysfunction shit versus trying to put makeup on motherfuckers. Alex trying to put makeup on folks. Why is he trying to put makeup on men? And I know there's going to be some men out here that are going to be like, yeah, you know, I could do that. Covering up your blemishes. And, you know, they say you get the black eyes, the ring around your eyes from jet lag. They got stuff to cover up your blemishes. That's called being a man. If I took a late flight and I'm sucking down coffee early in the morning to get to a morning meeting, the last thing I want to do is put on some foundation. Give me a hot rag. Let me get the sleep out of my eyes that I did get on the flight. Let me hit this airport bathroom so I can run some soap and water up under these arms because I got to go straight from the airport to the meeting. Straight up whole bath. But the last thing that I want to do is fucking put on makeup as a man. As a man. I done been in every situation. You get there the day of, you don't have nothing. You get there the day of, you have something later that evening. You get there the day of, you got to go right from the airport, right to the meeting. The shuttle literally takes you to the hotel, and there is a meeting right in the hotel, right when you get there. So, you know, whatever you look like coming off the airplane is basically what you're going to look like in your first meeting. I've been to a situation where I had mixed match shoes on. Mixed match. Didn't even fucking know it. And I actually got a rental. I didn't even get I didn't take a shuttle. I got a rental because it was going to be like 4 days. And I was like, you know what? I need to be able to get out. So I ain't going to do the shuttle and then try to get a rental later. We get a rental at the airport. Got a rental. Shoes were in my bag and shit. Threw my shit in the trunk. And I just grabbed 2 shoes, a left and a right. Didn't even look at them. Didn't care. Jumped in the car. Jumped out of the car. Looked down. Mixed match shoes. It is what it is. It was what it was. Can't argue that. You know, she might have just not wanted any babies of European descent. You know, she wanted some Latino babies. I get it. I get it. She might have just wanted some Latino babies. But see, where is the LGBTQIAP on this? Billy Porter done came out and said he's had HIV. Where is the LGBTQIAP? Where is the LGBTQIA? Where is the LGBTQ? Where is the LGBT? Because I don't know if they all the same, but I just want to make sure they all get their names and get their letters in there. Because how come they ain't coming out on this? Where is Patrice Cullors? Black Lives Matter. Power to the people. I mean, Billy's not trans, but he wears a lot of dresses. Where they at? I need to know where they at. Look, sisters, substance over style, okay? Substance over style. If y'all gonna wear these slides out here, and some of y'all really not equipped to wear these slides, but if y'all gonna wear these slides out here, don't be having them, make you labor and shit when you walk. It doesn't look good. From my vantage point, it looks like you struggling to walk if you're gonna wear these slide shoes. Now they look like house shoes to me. They got the furry shit on them. They look like house shoes. But since y'all gonna make them a public source of footwear, at least get some that hold onto your feet and you can step confidently. Because when you wear shit like that, and I'm saying sisters because that was just a black woman right there, but I done seen a few, white girls. I done seen a few Latinas. Y'all wearing these shoes and they really not built for y'all. I don't know if they could have had a better fit in y'all. See, I seen people get shoes be half a size too big, be half a size too small because they want to get the shoe. That's some dumb shit. I'm a 12. I'm a 12 all motherfucking day. I'd be goddamn if I try to squeeze into an 11 and a half. Or I get a 12 and a half. Only reason I would get a 12 and a half because I have a wide foot. So sometimes a 12 and a half can work better than a 12 narrow. But I'm not going to get a half size bigger or a half size smaller just for the style. If the shit don't fit right, I'm not wearing it. But I see that. I see that with y'all slipping slides. Y'all be slipping and sliding in these and you don't look good. Look like you're roller skating on 3 wheels. It looks fucked up out here. Stop doing it. I'm just telling you to stop doing it now. Doesn't look good. Kid J doing his thing. This drops some on his pops. Pops be out here rumbling for him. His pops is like the Don King of dads and shit, promoting this kid. You ain't gonna see a father promote his son any more than that. Like that ball motherfucker with playing basketball. He promote his kid like that dude. Not ignorantly though. I mean, he does it on some business shit. It's nice. That's beautiful. So Billy Porter has accepted this space. Y'all look like Billy Porter and Daniel Kaluuya is the same type of person. See, now everybody's looking at Daniel Kaluuya like he's a great black actor. Daniel Kaluuya is a African Brit who's living an American lifestyle, making American movies, portraying American icons, winning American awards undeservedly. He'll never live it down, not in my eyes, until he admits that it was wrong of what happened with the categorization of the Academy Awards and how Chadwick Boseman should have rightfully won that award. Unless he admits that, I can't never watch no Daniel Kaluuya movie no more. If he in it, I'll watch the motherfucker maybe, but I'm not gonna be into him. I'm not gonna watch. I can't watch a movie with just him. Anyway, I done seen enough of the Fred Hampton movie, and I can't understand shit he's saying. Now I need a translator to understand a motherfucker that's supposed to be from Chicago. Just a bitch. People. Like, you motherfuckers could have went around the world and back, and you couldn't find a clear speaking Fred Hampton. You had to find a motherfucker with an African accent, a heavy ass African accent, 14 years older, who's already said he's tired of talking about racism. So how can he really get into the role? You really can't get into the role because you ain't seen the struggle, because you not from here, because your people's bones is buried somewhere else, Daniel. I watched Get Out. That was before all the bullshit. I watched Get Out. He played the shit out of that role. But he wasn't playing an American icon. He was just playing a little scared black boy. I seen Get Out. And I've looked at him with a dim lens since then. I was like, he's got to come around. He's got to come around. And when he said he was tired of talking about racism and this, that, and the other, well, motherfucker, you should have got back overseas and made your movies over there. You don't want to talk about racism? Because that's what this is about over here. It's a lot of racism in America. And it's racism while you getting roles, and it's racism while you not getting roles. So you going to talk about it just like we have to talk about it, motherfucker. You don't get to come over here and cash them American checks if you're not going to help us with this American shit. Now, if that's what you're going to do, we going to slow. And I know a lot of people about to slow up on. Daniel's movie's about to go down, dog. Daniel's movie's about to go down because black people saw that as a total level of disrespect. You just stole Chadwick's award. And I know he wasn't in the politics of changing the categories around and throwing Chadwick in the main character. He should have said, this is Chadwick's award when he got it. We know it was going to go home with his ass. Yeah, but they don't make the same money over there. So you got to understand. He comes over here because this is where the bag's at. Just like Americans go over to Europe because that's where the bag's at. His people seeing his ass enough. He can come over here and get lost in the sauce. We go over there, we stand out. It was a whole bunch of motherfuckers shaking their hair and doing all this crazy shit. But when the Beatles came over here and did it, look at what they did. The Beatles got sent over here, the Four Tops got sent over there. Crazy fame. You send the group over here, we sending one over there. The Supremes was big in America, but goddamn, they was huge in Europe. Temptations? Come on, man. 5 motherfuckers that are 6 feet can sing and dance, articulate. They love the Temptations. But see, Daniel coming over here, and Daniel ain't coming over here doing English movies. He ain't coming over here doing African movies. Motherfucker, if you want to be Idi Amin, go be Idi Amin. But don't come over here being Fred Hampton and we can't understand you. We got to have subtitles to listen to Fred Hampton now. God damn it. Pretty old black lady. She got to be probably in her 70s. When they got that real hair means something. Don't just throw that motherfucking wig on your shit. Take some time to get that shit together. Nick Cannon about to have 3 babies between 2 women, and on his page he said, "Where are my ladies? Where are my players?" You shouldn't be asking where no ladies are at. And I'm not sure what players you're looking for, because you played enough, playa. Said he got a big thing coming soon. I know, twins and another baby. Come on, Nick. Come on, bro. Take care of them goddamn kids. I know you got the bag to do it, but goddamn, the last thing you need to be saying is, "Where are my ladies? Where are my players?" You need to be slowed up on the ladies, because you kind of full right now. And the players is probably what got you in this issue. Slow down, Nicholas. Slow down. What is it with the Sean King thing? I mean, hasn't it been pretty much confirmed that he's a white dude? Like, they think his dad's black or something? Like, there was no confirmation? Why are we all... I don't know. What's up, Sam? Scrolling through my Facebook. But yeah. So, we got to wonder the agenda that is out here. Because I have a problem with every time that there's something catastrophic that happens to America, they put a black face on it. And HIV and AIDS has been a negative problem. Well, I guess any problem is negative, and any negative is a problem. So that was dumb to say. Has been a negative issue for a lot of time. And I think Billy knew that. He knows it today. He damn well knew it in 2007 when he contracted this shit. I mean, he was on So You Think You Can Dance. I mean, who else did he come in contact with? Unprotected in 2007. So you think you can get an STD? The fuck? And he's been with this man. He's been with this dude for 4 or 5 years. Let me go back to Billy. Billy been married for like 4 or 5 years. 2017. Did his man know? Did his man know? I mean, damn. He done kept it a secret in Hollywood. Did he keep it a secret from his man too? Let me let you hear this. Billy Porter is openly gay, having come out at age 16 in the middle of the AIDS crisis. He married his husband, Adam Smith, January 14, 2017, after meeting him in 2009. He was very keen to get married while Obama was still president and before January 20th, 2017. So the two got engaged on December 29th, 2016, and married 2 weeks later. What was they rushing for? Billy wasn't pregnant. His husband wasn't pregnant, or fiance at the time, or boyfriend at the time, because he became his boyfriend and fiance, and then 2 weeks later he became his husband. After having an 8-year courtship, now they got to get ready and do the thing in 2 weeks. I mean, did Billy run around? Oh my God, how can I plan a wedding? Who's going to do my hair? Who's going to do my dress? Get the fuck out of here. They absolutely knew, goddammit. They absolutely knew. And they kept that secret and made Billy the poster child for black gay men in Hollywood, black actors in Hollywood, black representation in Hollywood. I mean, he done been on everything from the Democratic National Convention to Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve ball. They done put him everywhere. And he done movies and TV and all over. How come he ain't did no HIV medicine commercials? He had this shit. It would have been an easy part. He kind of knew the role. He been taking the medicine. He could say how it's helped him. How come they didn't have him do that shit? How come they don't ever have him in none of these ads, these still ads? Oh, that's Billy Porter. I didn't know he had those. He's just an actor. He's probably just acting that out. Hi, I'm Billy Porter. I'm HIV positive. I've been taking this HIV medicine. Why ain't they had him say that? Yeah. He absolutely was. He was handing out them gay Groupons. Obama handed out the gay Groupons. Trump came in trying to kill shit, but he really couldn't do it. And much respect to, the gay community and what they got, because they put pressure on Obama where black people didn't. So I already said, politically, if you put pressure on a politician, the motherfucker's gonna bust like a pipe. But if you just sit up and applaud him and try to get selfies with him and say, first black, first black, first black, you won't get shit. But ridiculed and minimized and talked about and told you need to pull yourself up by your bootstraps, and then told you don't need reparations by the first black president and the first black VP, who's now Asian. You motherfuckers is something else. I tell you, you're something else. So, where do we go here? Sorry about that. I just got a notification when somebody said they didn't allow videos. I don't know what that's about. So, understanding that Billy Porter has put himself in a position to where now, like I said, he is the poster child for black men in Hollywood with HIV. He's coming out. It's a secret because he's looking for sympathy now. He wants people to empathize and sympathize with his plight. Nah, motherfucker, you ain't had no plight. You had a flight. You have been uplifted, upgraded during this time. This last 14 years is where you've really got your bread. Absolutely. And now that we know that, you've made your money off of doing so, it's time for you to explain yourself. What took you so long, motherfucker? What took you so long? Why'd you try to keep it a secret? And why now? If you got it and you've had it and it's worked for you all this time, why are you coming forward now? There's another play in this. If we didn't need to know then, we don't need to know now. Why are you coming forward now, bruh? How come you didn't come forward before they gave you the fairy godmother role, motherfucker? Before you decided to be the fairy godmother with a neatly trimmed goatee, why the fuck didn't you say it then? I figured if you get the fairy godmother role and you got a goatee shaved like that, maybe Gillette should come in and give you an endorsement. And you wearing all these dresses because you the fairy godmother, so you wearing all these dresses. Who designed all them dresses? And as a woman, do you want to wear a dress that Billy Porter wore? Do you want to be known as somebody? I mean, you wearing a dress that's supposed to be made for a woman, but a man was in it. He can't really model that shit, right? I mean, he's not really modeling dresses for women to wear. Wouldn't he be modeling for men to wear? And that market is small. I don't get that. Oh, where'd you get that? Oh, this is that dress that Billy Porter wore when he's the fairy godmother. Who the fuck wants to say that as a woman? With your special slip for the tuck back. What, is that a horse trailer? Or is that just a camper? Huh. I guess that's a camper. A small camper. Looking at this camper. Jeep's been in there a lot. She like she living her best life. Got her camper on the back of her Jeep 4x4. It's an Airstream, and it's just, small boy. And I thought it was a horse trailer when I first pulled up, but no, that's some luxury there. So yeah. And Lori Lightfoot, goddamn, Lori, you not even liked by black people no more at all. I mean, I know you done did some fucked up shit to black people in Chicago, but you're not even liked by the black media, even when you try to cater to them. Did you hear about that, Free, with Lori Lightfoot? Like, goddamn, don't nobody like Lori? Lori Lightfoot, and let me just, I got some shit I can read. I need to be able to read this. Did I screenshot it or did I actually save the article? Hold on one second. Oh, here it is. So, Lori Lightfoot tried to do something for the Black collective. She wanted to hold interviews with Black and brown reporters. Now, it wasn't just Black, but it was Black and brown reporters. And she caught backlash from Black and brown people. Her own people turned on her when she basically wanted to look out for them first. And maybe because they're not used to her looking out for them first is why they did this to her. But goddamn, how fucked up are we? I talked earlier about it being a sickness of why we do things like the way we vote at 90 percentile ratings with no demands for one candidate, Democrats. We had a 90% clip with Black and brown people. We don't have no demands. Well, the brown people might have some demands. The Black people don't have shit. I get it. I get it. She's a disgrace. But she tried to do something for her people. And maybe it's too little too late. But I don't know. In the Black media or in mainstream media, there's very few Black journalists. And if she's trying to throw you an olive branch, Chicago still is a major metropolitan city, very big media market. If she's trying to help you out, bring some light to you and your craft, why would you be against that? Because she's closing out white reporters? I don't know, dog. Little ass backwards, if you ask me. Little ass backwards, if you ask me. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So, with that being said, either those people are being closed-minded or there's something behind it why they won't support her doing something that looks like, from what I saw, it looked like she was just, I ran to break up the status quo that was failing so many. This just isn't in City Hall. It's a shame that in 2021, the City Hall press corps is overwhelmingly white in a city that is more than half identifies as Black, Latino, Asian American, Pacific Islander, or Native American. So you combine all those and you get more than 50%. And she was trying to give those people representation in the media, and her own people turned on her. We must be intentional about doing better. I believe that when running for office, I stand on this belief now. It's time for the newsrooms to do better and build teams that reflect the makeup of our city. That's all shit that Todd Starnes. Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot is reportedly only giving out interviews to Black or brown reporters. White reporters are fuming, but then again, that's their privilege coming out. See, they used to getting the shit. Now you take that away from them, and they're like, well, wait a minute, goddammit. See, that 400-year head start comes to a screeching halt. And that's what they don't want to happen. Because they do know that once it does come to a halt, it's over. So they're going to do everything they can to keep it going. Yeah. White supremacy is losing by the numbers. I already told y'all, we can't be concerned about closing the racial wealth gap between us and white folks. Asian people make the most money out here. Asians, Indians, Pacific Islanders. Motherfuckers who have the most resources is the other Indians and Native Americans. There's people getting over in this country that ain't just white folks anymore. White folks' numbers are getting lower. Yeah. Good afternoon, Sister Kimberly. Hopefully you got some sleep. Hopefully you got some sleep. But yeah, don't look like nobody like Lori Lightfoot. And that's unfortunate because she kind of caused that herself. Candace Owens. Imagine if there was a white politician who said that he refused to speak with any black journalist. It was Donald Trump. Lori Lightfoot is a racist. This is entirely indisputable now. The left sees racism everywhere except where it actually is. Here they go. And we say fucked up shit about Lori Lightfoot because Lori Lightfoot is ours. But here go Tucker Carlson. Lori Lightfoot is a monster. What makes her a monster? I mean, what makes her a monster? I said she only wants to speak to black and brown folks? Now, if she had said she just wanted to speak to black folks, it'd be one thing. But since she said that she wanted to speak to black and brown folks, let me just go to that next layer. Where the brown folks sticking up for her at? I know the black folks killing her out here, but where the brown folks sticking up for her at? She's sticking up for brown folks, but brown folks ain't sticking up for her. And I tried to tell y'all, if they not with us, we can't be with them. If they not gonna ride with us, we can't ride with them. If we do, it's a sickness. It's a sickness, and if you can't get over that sickness, we're going to perish. Some of us are gonna go down fighting, and some of us are just gonna lay down and take it. Not taking shit. They had them brothers cop a plea on that Epstein thing, admit to falsifying records. So now that we know the records were falsified and they weren't sleeping and they weren't playing video games or whatever, what were they doing? Why were they not doing their job? Whatever. $230. This last part of Adam Clayton Powell really kind of sums up where we need to be if we gonna try to be. I don't try to come up with a whole bunch of fancy quotes myself. I mean, I can do some lyrical shit, but see, this stuff is already etched in stone. This is our ancestral history. These are the people who put it down, did this shit for 3-4 decades. Documented. When I say what I say, you know what? If another person repeats something that I say, okay. But I'm talking about this stuff here is quotable, it's relatable, and it needs to be heard. This is just the second part of the intro that I had at the beginning of the clip. Appreciate anybody out here checking out the Hap Space. Brown is brown and black is black. Yes, ma'am. So yeah, we're gonna end with Adam. I'm gonna get back on here a little later. But Sunday service has been brought to you by The Truth. Truth's being told a lot online this week. Well, last week, a new week. I appreciate that. Some of y'all still lying though. Some of y'all motherfuckers still lying. It'll come out, Y'all lying. You're living lies. But it's to make yourself look good, make yourself feel good. But like I said, you can have all that. But if it ain't really good, it ain't good. Now I'm seeing people come across and say, well, now Kwame's sounding gossipy. Man has been quiet for 20 years. He's probably got about another couple months in him before he really slows down. He's got people throwing podcast contracts at him, this, that, and the other. Fastest growing YouTube channel they have right now. Fastest growing. Appreciate you, Free. And he's going to continue to grow, and he ain't got to go to nobody. If Kwame puts up there and be like, you know what, here's my Cash App. And don't have nothing go through YouTube, builds his own site, and he got enough money to do that. He don't need YouTube at this point. Because he's definitely got the ear of the NBA, because he done said some shit about the NBA. The NBA gonna be like, hey, he's got some secrets. We might need to bring him in here. Ain't gonna work. Some tell me that Kwame's good. His people are good, and he ain't looking for no payoff. All he really needed was an apology, and they couldn't do that. So fuck it now. He gonna do what he do. He gonna try to, he just gonna live his life. But yeah, this is the second part of Adam doing his thing. And once again, thanks to Sister Shanna for posting these so I could pull from these. Like I said, the content's out there. Content's out there. And I can build a subject, multiple topics, off of the things that our ancestors brought. It's all relatable. It's how we gonna put it into play. But as I said this morning, it starts locally. The way the LGBTQIAP played the government so people like Billy Porter could roll through. Because they control the industries. There's so many gay people on executive levels across this country, and now they're all through Joe Biden's his cabinet. And this just ain't about gay people. It's about the position that they hold, the position of power that they hold. That compromises others. Because Billy represents being a gay man before he represents being a gay black man. He'll be a gay man. Then he'll be a gay black man. But he's never going to be a black man that's gay. You ain't going to put that shit on Billy. He'll be a gay man. He'll be a gay black man. But he'll never be a black man that's gay. He's not going to put his ethnicity in front of his sexuality. He's shown that 14 years running. She be up on it. She up on it.
Congressman Powell was born in 1908, yet he finds no generation gap in the struggle for black freedom.
We're black. And black is not the color of your skin. Black is the way you think. In other words, there are a lot of you out there who can think black and still be white. That was taught to us a long time ago by a black Jamaican when I was 10 years old named Marcus Garvey. You call yourselves white, so we want to be called black. It means that we're not anti-white, but we're pro-black. It means we do not believe in violence, but we do not believe in total nonviolence. As my Black Panthers in Harlem, who meet in my church, by the way, each week, say, we are not aggressors, but we are defenders. It means we have black dignity, black integrity, and we want black equality. And we want it now! Now! Now!